Check your calendar. What does it say? It should say April 2024. But if you live in the United States, it may not. Your calendar may say 1864. And I'll tell you why. The top court in the US state of Arizona has passed a judgment. It has reinstated an abortion ban from 1864. Let me repeat that. A law from 1864 has been reinstated. And what does it say? Abortion should be punishable by 2 to 5 years in jail. Only one exception: if the mother's life is in danger. What if the mother is a victim of rape or incest? It doesn't matter. Under this law, you still can't get an abortion. It's a near total ban. And how will it be enforced? Well, that's not clear yet. The court has not ordered an immediate enforcement. They have given 14 days time. Chances are a lot could happen in that time. For starters, Arizona has a Democratic governor, and she's promising to fight this verdict.
Arizona's 2022 abortion ban is extreme and hurts women. And the near total Civil War era ban that continues to hang over our heads only serves to create more chaos for women and doctors in our state. As governor, I promised I would do everything in my power to protect our reproductive freedoms.
There's also a referendum coming up in November. Voters in Arizona can reject abortion bans then. But for a moment, forget the technicalities, forget the politics. Think about how absurd this is. 1864 was 160 years ago. Slavery was still legal in the US. Women had no right to vote. Arizona as a state did not even exist. Yet a law from that time is now being imposed. How is this even possible? Because of what happened in 2022. Hardliners in Arizona have always wanted to impose this law, but they had a problem. US Supreme Court rulings prevented them. But in 2022, that changed. America's top court overturned its previous abortion verdicts, including the most famous one, Roe versus Wade. So now hardliners had a free pass. They approached the Arizona court once again, and this time the court said, okay. It's a classic case of collective failure, from the president to the court to the Congress to state governors. And who suffers for it? The women of America. But you will not hear the world talking about it. No statement from the United Nations, no special reports by rights bodies. It's all part and parcel of American politics. But actually, it reveals a systemic problem. The West thinks that women's rights is a far-off issue, a problem for radical mullahs and brown populists, not for the suited lawmakers of America. But clearly, that is not the case. American politicians are toying with women's rights. When it suits them, they oppose it. When it doesn't, they support it. Just look at Donald Trump. As president, he packed the Supreme Court with conservative judges. His end goal was to overturn abortion laws, and he succeeded. Those same judges reversed Roe versus Wade. But now he's making a U-turn. Trump says he does not support a nationwide abortion ban. Instead, it should be left to the states.
My view is now that we have abortion where everybody wanted it from a legal standpoint, the states will determine by vote or legislation or perhaps both, and whatever they decide must be the law of the land, in this case, the law of the state. Many states will be different.
It's a huge climb down for Donald Trump, and other Republicans are following his lead, like Carrie Lake. She's running for Senate from Arizona. In the past, she had called for a near total ban on abortion, but now she's changing her tune. She says the court's verdict is wrong. What explains this U-turn? American public opinion. Look at what a poll found last year. Only 13% Americans support banning abortions. 34% say it should always be legal. 51% say it should mostly be legal. So most Americans want to legalize abortion. Hence Donald Trump's U-turn. Surveys show a tight contest between him and Biden, so he needs to win over the moderates. But we say that is the problem. Abortion rights should not depend on public opinion. They should depend on election cycles. They should be constitutionally guaranteed. If not, pressure must be built. We saw French President Emmanuel Macron rally for abortion rights this year. He enshrined it in the French constitution. Will the same Macron also criticize this Arizona verdict? Will he call out Joe Biden's inaction? In fact, I could ask the same question to all Western capitals. They love to meddle in internal affairs of other countries. Well, here's the perfect chance, we say. You have a major human rights crisis in the United States. How many of them will speak up now? We're waiting to find out.